What's up booktube? Welcome back. My name is Laura if you're new here, and today I'm going over some books that are being released in February that I'm looking forward to. So January has already come to a close. What the fuck? Anybody else feel like January just went by way too fast? Like it was just all of a sudden the month was over and now we're just like, just me? Cause like that was way too fast. But also felt agonizingly long at the same time. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, I've got a bunch of books to talk about today. They are all being released in February, and spoiler alert, most of them are queer as fuck, and I'm so excited. There are some more that are coming out this month, but like they're books that are either like really popular or they're a sequel to a book that was stupid popular, so like I'm not gonna talk about those ones. But let's just get right into it. Starting with This Golden Flame by Emily Victoria, coming out on the 2nd. So this one sounds really cool. It's about a girl whose brother was taken. She desperately wanted to go and find him, but she's being forced to help the country try and figure out how to unlock the magic of these automatons. Is it automaton or automaton? I don't really know how to pronounce it. Like both sound right, but both also sound wrong. So I'm not sure which is the right way to say that word, but we're just gonna go with automaton and hope that I'm right. Yeah, so she's being forced to help her country unlock the magic of this automaton army. She ends up accidentally waking up this hidden automaton who is sentient. He has his own consciousness, and now that she's woken him up, her country is after her. They're hunting her, and so the two of them escape and they go and try and find her brother. This one sounds super unique. I like the idea of having like robot type things in the fantasy setting. The Infernal Devices did that and I loved that series so much, but I hadn't read anything else that had a similar concept since then, so I'm hyped for this one. It sounds really unique and I'm looking forward to it a lot. Next up, also on the 2nd, is Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell. This one is being compared to Red, White, and Royal Blue but set in space, and that just sounds like exactly what I want in life. So our main character was married to the prince before he died, and after he died he was like very quickly put in this forced marriage with the prince's cousin, I think it is. But it comes to light that the prince's death may not have been an accident, and our main character ends up being a suspect. So the main character and his new husband have to try and figure out the mystery of what actually happened to the prince to try and clear the main character's name. And the two like do not like each other, but they slowly start to fall for each other throughout the course of the book. So it sounds really interesting. I really want to read more sci-fi books, and it's queer, so obviously I want to read it. But yeah, looking forward to this one coming out very soon. Next up on February 9th is The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. First of all, the cover. Oh my god, the cover is gorgeous. But this one is set in a world where when you reach a certain age, you go through a blood ceremony, and if your blood runs red, then you get to stay in the village and be part of normal society. But if your blood runs gold, then you're deemed as impure and you have to face some dire consequences. So our main character goes through her blood ceremony and her blood is gold. So she's about to face whatever happens to people who have gold blood when a mysterious woman approaches her and gives her a choice to either stay in the village and just take whatever life gives her, or come with her and be part of this army of girls like her who have gold blood and some kind of ability to fight for the emperor. This sounds absolutely incredible, and like again, just the cover, like I think this one was supposed to be released last year, but it got pushed a lot because of COVID, and it's finally being released. So this already has a lot of buzz around it, but regardless, I am so looking forward to this one. The world sounds so cool, and like I love this idea of like a magical army. That sounds really cool, so I think it's going to be fantastic. Also on the 9th is The Girl from Shadow Springs by Ellie Cypher. This one is about treasure hunters in this like frozen wasteland where people know that if they go into this frozen wasteland to try and find the treasure, they will probably not survive, but people do it anyways. And our main character and her sister survive by scavenging off the dead bodies, until one day they scavenge off the wrong body and somebody comes after her and kidnaps her sister and tells her that she can have her sister back when she gives this man whatever he thinks she stole off his body, but she has no idea what that might be. So the setting of this sounds so cool, and the cover of this one is also stunning. It looks so beautiful, and like treasure hunters, man. I love the idea of treasure hunters, but I don't think I've ever actually read a book about them, so I'm so hyped for this. I hope it's really good. It's not quite my like usual genre, but I think it'll be good regardless. And the last one for the 9th is Fireheart Tiger by Aliette de Bodard. I'm so excited for this one. It is a fantasy romance novella set in a world inspired by pre-colonial Vietnam. And it's about a girl who was sent away as a hostage as a small child, and she fell in love there, and she was sent back to her home to be a diplomat when when the royal palace that she was kept at was ravaged by this magical fire. So she's back home now, she's taking up her new role as a diplomat, and she ends up crossing paths with the woman that she fell in love with while she was hostage. So this sounds so good. It's super short, it's like 100 and something pages, so I'm probably going to fly through it. And once again, the cover, guys. Oh my god, it's so pretty. This year is just the year for pretty covers, because like, wow. Everything that I've seen that's coming out this year so far is beautiful, gorgeous. I'm so here for this. And then on February 23rd, there is a book coming out that I'm probably the most hyped for. It's called A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth, and are you ready for this? It's a fantasy book that takes place in the underground of Toronto. I'm so excited! Oh my god, I've never read a fantasy book set in my city ever. I'm so beyond hyped for this. Like, literally never in my life have I read a fantasy book that's set in my city. I'm so beyond excited for this. And like, again, with the cover, incredible. We love it. Not only is it set in Toronto, but it's also a fairy story. And not only fairy stories, but it's a royal fairy stories. Like, this is just taking off so many boxes for me, and it's queer. It's also queer. Like, this is perfect. I'm so excited. This is hitting so many high points for me. It, like, royals, fairies, queer, Toronto. Like, what else could I possibly— oh, and it's gritty as well. I love like dark gritty stories. This just sounds like it's going to be perfect. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I hope it's good. Also on the 23rd is Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. This is a contemporary romance about this woman who like has her PhD. She's like overachiever to the max. Like, she has her shit together until one day she goes to Vegas with her friends and ends up marrying a woman who she doesn't even know her name. When she wakes up the next morning and she's like, oh my god, I'm married, she decides to just fuck off from life for a little bit and go spend the summer with her new wife in New York, and basically just like run away from life for a little while because she grew up with like very strict parenting, and now she doesn't know what she wants out of life. So this book sounds messy and like very relatable, because like, you know, I am also a like 20-something who does not know what I want out of life. So I think this book is going to hit me like right in the feels, and I'm really looking forward to it. Again, cover incredible, like just stunning. I'm so here for all the queer books coming out this year. Like, there are so many of them. That sentence rhymed so many times. And last but not least, also being released on the 23rd is It's Been a Pleasure, Noni Blake by Claire Christian. This one is also a queer romance set in Australia, and it's about this woman who's in her 30s, she's bisexual, and she's just getting out of a 10-year-long relationship, and she decides that it is finally time, for the first time in her entire life, to put herself first. So she embarked on this journey to just seek out as much pleasure as she possibly can and show herself some love for the first time ever, and she ends up traveling around the world to do so. This sounds like exactly what I need right now. I desperately want a, like, first of all, a travel book, because I need it. I need to like live through somebody who's able to travel right now, and the only person who that is a fictional character. So this sounds great in that respect, but also I love self-love, you know? I've been on this glow up for the last couple years where I've been working on myself and like learning to love myself, and I just want to read about that too. I love seeing people just feeling themselves and just giving themselves what they want in life, and I love that. I'm so here for it. So this one just sounds wonderful, and I just can't wait for it. And those are all of the February releases that I'm looking forward to. If you know of any others, let me know down in the comments, or if you've heard of any of these, I would love to chat about them. But that'll do it for today's video, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!